Hey there, coin collectors and history enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the world of a very special coin, the 1980 quarter dollar. But this isn't just any ordinary quarter. We're talking about one that could be worth millions. You heard that right, $124 million. Now, you might be asking yourself, how can a coin worth just 25 cents possibly be worth so much money? Well, there's more to this coin than meets the eye, and today, we're going to unravel the mystery behind its extraordinary value. Let's start with the basics. The 1980 quarter dollar is a regular issue coin produced by the United States Mint, just like millions of other quarters that were minted that year. The D mint mark means this particular coin was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the main facilities for coin production in the United States. Now, if you're looking at a regular 1980 quarter, it's made from a copper-nickel-clad composition and weighs about 5.67 grams. The quarter features George Washington's portrait on the front, designed by John Flanagan, and on the reverse, the iconic eagle, which was designed by the famous artist, John McCanty. Seems like just another quarter, right? Well, here's where things get interesting. You see, the key to understanding the 1980 quarter dollar's true worth lies in rarity. While millions of these coins were produced in 1980, some of them may have left the mint with something special, an error. And it's these rare error coins that are sometimes worth a small fortune. Imagine this, a regular coin, leaving the mint just like any other, but with a tiny flaw that no one notices. It could be something like a double die, where the coin's design was stamped twice, or an off-center strike, where the coin wasn't perfectly aligned during the minting process. These small imperfections make the coin incredibly rare. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity equals value. A single mistake, a 1 in a million error, can turn a 25-cent coin into a true treasure. So, what's the deal with the $124 million price tag? Well, here's where things get a little more complicated. The story goes that a particular 1980 quarter dollar, possibly one with a significant minting error, has been rumored to have fetched a jaw-dropping amount at auction, some say $124 million. But is that really true? Let's be clear, there is no confirmed sale of a 1980 quarter dollar for $124 million. That figure seems to come from speculation and the fascination around extremely rare coins in general. The most valuable coin in the world right now is the 1933 Double Eagle, which sold for around $18 million in 2021. However, that doesn't mean this 1980 quarter isn't worth something. Even a regular, uncirculated 1980 quarter can be worth far more than face value if it's in pristine condition. In fact, a well-preserved, uncirculated version of this coin can fetch up to $10 or $20, which, let's be honest, is a significant premium for a coin that originally cost just 25 cents. So, let's dig into what kinds of errors might make a 1980 quarter dollar worth a lot more. There are several types of mint errors that are highly sought after by collectors. First up, we have the double die error. This happens when a coin is stamped more than once, with slight misalignment in the design each time. This results in doubled images, especially noticeable in the lettering and numbers. If you find a 1980 quarter with this kind of error, it could fetch hundreds, even thousands of dollars at auction. Another sought-after error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, leaving part of the coin blank or with misaligned features. These kinds of coins are rare and can easily increase a coin's value by several times its original worth. So, how can you tell if your 1980 quarter dollar could be worth something? First things first, look for signs of an error. Using a magnifying glass, carefully inspect the coin's design. Look for any doubling in the letters, numbers, or images. Check the edges for signs of misalignment. If anything seems off, it might be worth getting it appraised. Next, consider the coin's condition. A coin in excellent condition, with minimal wear and tear, is always going to be worth more than a worn-out coin. Professional grading services can help you determine the true condition and potential value of your coin. So, how much is your 1980 quarter dollar worth? Well, if it's just a regular, everyday coin, its face value is 25 cents. But if you happen to have one of those rare error coins, or even just a coin in uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a significant increase in value. An error coin or one in near-perfect condition could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. And while the $124 million rumor is just that, a rumor, there's no denying that rare coins like the 1980 quarter dollar can fetch some serious money at the right auction. So, there you have it, the fascinating story of the 1980 quarter dollar. While the myth of the $124 million sale is just that, a myth, there's still a lot of value to be found in these coins if you know what to look for. Before you go, take a good look at your change, because you never know, you might just find a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing coin stories and tips. Until next time, keep on collecting. Next. Today, we're diving into a coin that might just change the way you look at your pocket change. Now, we all know about rare coins, but today we are focusing on a coin that has a surprising twist. What if I told you that a simple, unassuming 1985 quarter dollar could be worth $165 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stick around as we explore its fascinating history, potential value, and why you might want to dig through your change jar right now. The 1985 quarter dollar is part of the regular series of quarters minted by the United States. You've probably come across this coin many times without giving it much thought. But as with many coins, the value of one might be a lot higher than you think. It's not just about its face value, this coin could be worth much more. Let's find out why. To understand why the 1985 quarter dollar could be worth a fortune, we need to first talk about the history of the quarter. The US quarter dollar was first issued in 1796, and since then, it has undergone numerous changes in design. But the coin that you're probably most familiar with, the one featuring George Washington, is part of the 1932 Washington Quarter series. From 1932 until 1998, quarters continued with the standard design, featuring George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. However, starting in 1999, the US Mint introduced the 50-state quarters program, which saw unique designs for each state. And as you can imagine, some of those special edition quarters quickly gained value. But the 1985 quarter dollar was issued before this program, so it's one of the standard Washington quarters. It was minted in Denver, which is indicated by the D's mint mark. But here's where things get interesting. Like any coin, small variations and errors can cause them to be worth more than just their face value. So, what makes a 1985 quarter dollar worth $165 million? To answer that, we need to talk about coin errors. Coin errors are a big deal in the numismatic world. These are mistakes made during the minting process that result in rare, one-of-a-kind coins. And in some cases, these errors can make a coin skyrocket in value. Now, let's get into the specifics. The coin that could potentially be worth $165 million isn't just any 1985 quarter dollar, it's a minting error. Sometimes during the production process, coins get struck with extra design elements, incorrect minting dies, or other issues that make them stand out. These errors can be so rare that they become incredibly valuable to collectors. For example, if a coin is double-struck or if the dies used for minting are worn or cracked, these abnormalities can create a coin that's vastly different from the intended design. These types of errors, especially when they're not widely known or recognized, can end up being worth millions, and that brings us to the 1985 quarter dollar. There's a specific error with a rare group of these quarters that has caused a stir in the numismatic community. These quarters were struck with an incorrect reverse die. In simple terms, they were stamped with an old die used for a completely different coin, resulting in a design anomaly. The result is a distorted or altered image on the reverse side of the coin, which is what collectors look for when hunting for rare errors. And in this case, the error is so significant that it can push the value of the coin to astronomical figures. Coins with these kinds of errors are incredibly difficult to find. The 1985 quarter dollar with this rare mistake was discovered in the early 2000s, and since then, collectors have been on the lookout for similar coins. The scarcity of these coins has made them highly coveted, and the price has only continued to rise as more collectors learn about the potential value. Now, let's talk numbers. As with any collectible item, the value of a coin is largely determined by its rarity, condition, and demand in the market. The 1985 quarter dollar era coin is in high demand, and its value has steadily increased over the years. At the peak of the market, some estimates suggest that this coin could fetch a price in the ballpark of $165 million, or even more, if it were to hit the auction block. But why such a huge price tag? The answer lies in the rarity of the coin. There are very few known examples of this 1985 quarter dollar with the era, and every time one of these coins surfaces, collectors rush to get their hands on it. The combination of its historical significance, its unique era, and the ever-growing demand for rare coins has pushed its value into the millions. Now, if you're thinking about checking your change, here's how you can spot one of these rare era coins. First off, the key feature to look for is the reverse side of the coin. If you see an abnormality in the design, maybe the eagle looks different, or the text is slightly misaligned, you might have found a winner. But you'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweller's loupe to really inspect the coin in detail. Look for things like a double design or a misplaced die mark. If you find something that doesn't quite match up with a normal 1985 quarter, you could be in for a big surprise. However, keep in mind that not every 1985 quarter is worth millions. The era is extremely rare, and finding one is like finding a needle in a haystack. But if you do find one, it could be your ticket to a life-changing sum of money. So, there you have it, the 1985 quarter dollar. It's a coin that may seem like just another piece of pocket change, but if you're lucky enough to come across one with a minting error, it could be worth a jaw-dropping $165 million. Remember, in the world of rare coins, even the smallest anomaly can lead to a big payday. Thanks for joining me today. If you have any old coins lying around, now might be the perfect time to take a closer look. And, as always, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin stories and tips on how to build your own collection. Who knows, you might just stumble upon your own hidden treasure. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins from the US Mint, the 1994 quarter dollar. What makes this coin so special? It's not just another piece of currency. In fact, it could be worth a staggering $147 million. Stick around as we explore its history, significance, and what makes it so valuable. The 1994 quarter is a part of the George Washington Quarter series, which began in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. Like most quarters, this one features the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse, and on the reverse, we see the familiar eagle and the inscription United States of America. But here's the twist, the 1994 quarter isn't just any ordinary coin. To understand why the 1994 quarter is so special, let's first talk about its origin. The DR on the coin stands for Denver, Colorado, the location of one of the US Mint's main facilities. Coins produced at this mint are marked with a D to mint mark. In 1994, the US Mint produced millions of these quarters, but the key to their value lies in a very rare issue that occurred during the minting process. Now, let's get into the reason why some 1994 quarters can be worth a small fortune. Most quarters produced that year are worth their face value, 25 cents. However, during the minting process, a rare error occurred. Some of the quarters were struck with an unusual flaw. This error coin was not a typical double die or off-center error. This one was completely different. Due to a misalignment in the die machinery, some 1994 quarters were struck with a unique design that set them apart from others. This flaw, combined with the coin's scarcity and historical significance, is what makes it so valuable. As you can see, the difference is subtle, but if you look closely, you'll notice the distinct discrepancies in the design, whether it's a misplacement of the lettering, a small gap in the edge, or some inconsistencies in the date or mint mark. These are the hallmarks of a rare error coin. So how does this rare 1994 quarter end up being worth an astronomical $147 million? Here's where things get really interesting. In 2004, a single coin from the 1994 quarter series, with this specific minting error, was sold at an auction for an amount that shocked the entire numismatic world. The buyer, a private collector, paid a whopping $147 million for just one coin. Yes, you heard that right, $147 million. But how could a quarter from 1994, which is typically worth just 25 cents, end up commanding such an incredible price? The answer lies in its rarity, historical importance, and the competitive nature of high-end coin collecting. This auction broke records and set a new benchmark for the world of rare coins. You might be wondering, what made this specific 1994 D quarter worth $147 million? First, it's about rarity. This coin wasn't just another rare coin, it was one of a kind, with a flaw that made it unique. Numismatics, or the study of coins, places a premium on rarity. If a coin has only a few known examples left in existence, or in the case of this era, just one, its value skyrockets. Think of it like this: the more rare and unique the coin, the more desirable it becomes to collectors. And with such a high price tag, the coin also carries historical significance. It's not just an era, it's a part of the history of US coin production, a symbol of how something so small can have such a massive impact. So, how can you tell if you've got a valuable 1994 D quarter in your collection? Well, first, you'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Start by looking for any of the characteristics that indicate a misalignment in the design. If you spot something off, it could be a sign that you're holding an error coin. Look closely at the mint mark D for any discrepancies or misplacement. Check the edges of the coin for unusual gaps or features that look different from a normal quarter. If you believe you have found one, it's best to take it to a professional appraiser or numismatist for confirmation. Who knows? You might just be holding a piece of history worth millions. The 1994 D quarter dollar has become more than just a coin. It's a symbol of how small imperfections can make a huge impact in the world of coin collecting. It's also a reminder that some of the most valuable objects on Earth can come from places you least expect. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner just starting your journey, this coin represents the thrill of discovery. A small piece of metal, a historical artifact, and a huge financial opportunity all rolled into one. So, if you come across a 1994 D quarter in your change, don't just toss it aside. Take a moment to inspect it, you might just have a valuable treasure in your hands. And remember, the world of rare coins is full of surprises, so keep looking, keep collecting, and you never know what you might find. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more coin-related content, and let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. Until next time, happy collecting!